All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with our Dokkan battle video, and today we are finally taking a look at the EZA for the INT Majin Vegeta. So this is an older Saiyan Day unit. Back in, what was it, 2022? This guy came out. A very awesome, fun unit. I love this character. I love his animations. I love everything really about him because he is Majin Vegeta, and that is my boy. So I'm very excited for this EZA. I want to go ahead and give it a try here. We'll probably run him a couple different teams, a couple different events, just because of the way his kit is kind of built out. So let's go ahead and let's jump in and let's take our first look at this guy with his EZA.
Hang on, Vegeta! We don't have time for this right now.
Fine, you win. Our battle is postponed. Trunks, I haven't hugged you even once since you were a baby. Let's embrace it.
Come on, Dad. You're embarrassing me.
Take care, my son.
Oh.
Such an awesome moment to have for his entrance animation, right? The first time he truly embraces Trunks to try to save his life before sacrificing himself to take out Majin Buu, or attempt to take out Majin Buu. Unfortunately, does not really work in his favor, but I love that they implemented that into his kit, right? That's part of his entrance animation. I absolutely love it. So now looking at this boy, we do have him here. He is EZA'd. Now we jumped into the seriously serious fight. Now the reason for this, obviously this is a slightly easier fight for a character of this caliber, but basically his entrance animation condition is the reason we did this. So he activates that entrance animation when there is an ally whose name includes Trunks on the team, or when there is a Majin Buu Saga category enemy at the start of the character's attacking turn. Now, there's no Trunks on this team that we're running right now. So in order to get his entrance animation, we had to fight a Majin Buu Saga category enemy. The most recent category enemy for Majin Buu Saga would be the seriously serious fight. So we went ahead, we jumped in here. We're going to look at him here. Then we'll put a Trunks on the team and kind of run him through some other events as well. But I did want to make sure we got that entrance animation in here because it's going to be a pretty big deal, right? So looking at his buffs that he gets from this, damage reduction up by 30%, attack and defense up by 50% for the character and allies whose name includes Trunks, and then a great chance to perform a crit. And those are all permanent buffs. So he definitely wants to have those, right? As we kind of keep going through, his basic effect, attack and defense up by 250, launch additional attack has a high chance of becoming a super, and changes key spheres STR to INT, which is really going to help him pick up a lot of ki. When HP is 88% or less, he's going to get 88% attack, and randomly change key spheres of a certain type, STR and INT excluded, to INT key spheres, which is going to give him even more ki, right? Going to help him heal up, going to help him with some more parts of his passive as we kind of get to them. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 12 or more ki, he's going to get another 250% attack, an additional 200% attack when HP is 80% or less, or with 3 or more INT key spheres obtained, or 5 or more key spheres obtained. So again, right there, having the 3 INT key spheres is going to be really huge for him to be able to get that additional attack boost. When receiving an attack with 12 or more ki, he's going to get another 200% defense. With 1 or more INT key spheres obtained, or 3 or more key spheres obtained, he's going to get 150% defense, guard, and another 20% damage reduction. With 3 or more key spheres obtained, or 5 or more key spheres obtained, he's going to get another 10% damage reduction before attacking. Launch additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. And Majin Buu Saga category allies are going to get a 40% attack and defense boost for 2 turns. So again, you want him picking up key spheres. That's where these guys are kind of be a little bit at odds, right? Because they do both want a lot of ki. However, if you ever to build out Majin Vegeta's, the LR's team out correctly, you can kind of bypass the need for all that ki and really just let the other Majin Vegeta kind of have it. So let's go ahead and target here. We'll go ahead and do this. There's a lot of key spheres right there that drop down for us. So we're going to get more than enough of the INT key spheres than we need. So we're going to go ahead and pick all those up for Majin Vegeta there. And then we'll go ahead and finish out the turn with LR Majin Vegeta. But what I want to look at first here too is his super attack effect. It's going to greatly raise attack and raise defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage to the enemy while raising allies' defense by 20% for 1 turn. So really, if you had this guy up in slot 1, right, you picked him up key spheres, you've got the guard, you've got the extra damage reduction, you've got the extra damage reduction for him before attacking, he could probably survive slot 1 like efficiently well. I think he'd be okay in a lot of fights. But for right now, we're going to keep him in slot 2. So let's go and let's do that. Let's pick up these key spheres here. And I do want to see how well he performs on this team. He's linked up with a couple other Majin Vegetas. So I'd imagine he's going to look pretty good here. Right, we saw he basically had all his links except for 1, just because he doesn't have the legendary power link. So we'll see how well he performs. Some nice damage coming off the LR Majin Vegeta here. These two are going to be best buddies, man. They're going to run so efficiently well together, right? You've got the INT Majin Vegeta, who is changing orbs. So if you're on a team, right, you're using the LR Majin Vegeta, maybe you don't have all the extreme class, you're hurting for ki a little bit here, that INT Majin Vegeta is going to make a lot of ki. 49 million coming off this guy at the very start. Now remember, every time he does attack here, he's going to greatly raise his attack for the turn. He does need a super though. That is the one thing. There are a bunch of chances in here to do additional supers. If he doesn't proc them, it's going to be a little... It's going to look like this. It's going to be a little obnoxious. So that is the one thing that does kind of stink with him, is he does have the opportunity to do so many supers and so many attacks. But if those don't really proc as like super attacks, they're not going to feel as fun. They're not going to feel as good, right? It's just like with the trunks. It's like anything like that. Anything that has the you're launching additional attack, but only has a certain % chance to be a super attack, it can get a little frustrating at times, and that's okay. All right, for this turn here, I do want to try to put him up front. So I want him to take the attack. I want him to attack first, see if we can get some of those supers off. Now, he does have an active skill as well, which we obviously do not have activated here or available to us just yet. This can be activated after he receives 6 or more attacks in battle. So that's going to be a little, you know, RNG kind of heavy. Depends where you put him. Depends how much you want to try to chance him taking some big hits. Things like that, I don't like, but I get it. I get why they do it for this character. It makes sense with the gimmick. It's a very good active skill too, right? He's going to guarantee crit for the turn. He's going to greatly raise attack temporarily, cause mega colossal damage to all enemies. So he's going to be an AoE, and it's going to stun them for 1 turn, while unfortunately sacrificing 18% HP. Now the stunning obviously sounds great in theory. However, a lot of these fights you can't really stun characters, so it's going to be kind of a coin flip on whether or not that really affects anything or not. Great for Super Battle Road events like that, but like, you know, these harder challenge events where you can't really debuff the enemy, not really going to do too much for you, to be honest. All right, we started this turn off with 51 million, so let's see if we can get some additional supers in here. There we go. Okay. Now we're off to the races here with our boy. Nice. He does have a great chance to form a crit, so him not critting right now is kind of crappy, because this would be doing a lot more damage. Yeah, all right, we got all the supers this time. Up to 61 million is pretty good. And then here comes the super. So he should take this just fine, right? He loses the 10% damage reduction for the before attacking stat, but he did just do a lot of supers to really boost up his defense. He's still got some damage reduction in there. He's still got the guard. Again, this isn't really that crazy of a fight either, but I mean, even with a type disadvantage, like, he does really, really well. He's a very fun character, dude. I think he's going to be very fun to use.
right now.
Fine, you win. Our battle is postponed. Trunks, I haven't hugged you even once since you were a baby. Let's embrace it.
Come on, Dad. You're embarrassing me.
Take care, my son.
Oh.
All right, so we're jumping into another fight here. We've got Majin Vegeta with us once again. I think we might want to run like this. So this is gonna be a pretty tough fight. Now, team building around these guys is gonna be very tough, especially when you're using the LR Majin Vegeta. Trying to balance out these super and extreme class types, trying to get enough ki for this guy. They're all gonna be very big factors. The Majin Vegeta, the INT one, needing to have a Majin Buu Saga category enemy or a Trunks on the team makes it a little more limited for him. So this INT Gohan, who has a tag character with the Goten and Trunks, does count because there is a Trunks technically in the name of this character, right? So we are utilizing him just to get the entrance animation for the INT Majin Vegeta. Now, I think we might go, well, Majin Vegeta should be fine here, I would think, right? Because we're gonna get all the damage reduction, I think, because we're gonna be able to pick up 7 ki spheres. So let's ride it out here. Yeah, we got all the ki spheres we need with him, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. This boy here, he needs to get 3 INT ki spheres or 5 or more ki spheres. So there's not a way to get 3 INT ki spheres, but we can get 5 or more regular ki spheres right here, right? So we can get 5 actual ki spheres, 2 rainbows, good to go. So we'll pick those up with him there. And then with the Gohan in the back, we can go ahead and we'll grab these INT ki spheres, and the sound keeps cutting in and out for some reason. Ah, good dodge. I was about to say, I kind of hope he dodges. I mean, make things a little bit easier on us. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Okay, cool. And a nice little EX super. Try to help out here a little bit. Now, all eyes are going to be focused on the INT Majin Vegeta. I do want to see how well he does perform here. I am very interested in this because, again, the team building aspect of this, of like this specific team, is going to be a little bit up and down. It's really going to depend on how you really build them out. You know, if you're trying to focus on one side of maybe the tag unit than the other, if you're trying to focus on the INT Majin Vegeta and his entrance animation, there's a whole lot of gaming to try to do here, which is, it makes it a lot more fun. It makes it a lot more like, you got to really think before you really just slap a team together. Right now, this dude's doing very good, right? Up to 64 million here on his first turn. Very, very good. Nice. And unfortunately, an attack break there, so he's only going to get 1 hit. Again, we do need 6 in order for him to get his active skill. So that is going to be a little bit of a, I think, trial to try to get his active to actually proc for us. But, you know, we'll try to get it in this video, absolutely, because I do want to see it. It is a beautiful animation. All right, another turn here with our boys. Let's see what we can make happen. We will probably go ahead and use this Vegeta active skill here. We'll turn this animation off so you don't have to worry about seeing it. We'll do that. That way, that's good to go. Knock a little more damage on Goku. Be totally fine. Get another Vegeta out there is going to be another main point to this. Let's see what we got going here. So we might go ahead and switch over to the Goku. That way we can hopefully get a little bit of dodging in there, because there's not a whole lot of ki hanging around right now. That is going to be an unfortunate, an unfortunate thing here. Okay, what we can do to kind of help out as well is once we go in this Goku, we'll go ahead and use his active, right? We can pop off this dude's active here. And what this will do for us is actually change the field for physical and int key spheres. Now, if you were wondering why his active did physical and int, this is why. Because you have the Goku, you have the Majin Vegeta, the LR, who needs physical, and then you've got the Majin Vegeta int, who needs a bunch of int key spheres. This right here was built with this guy in mind. So we're going to pick up all the key spheres here with Goku. That way it's going to help us out a little bit here, give an extra boost to the Majin Buu Saga category. So let's go ahead and let's do this. And then we can go ahead and let Vegeta grab all these. Dude, 14 key spheres is overkill. We don't need that many, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, we've got that. And then Vegeta there in the back. You can go ahead and you can just grab these 2 STR key spheres, my boy. All right, let's see what we can make happen here. Goku, you can do some dodging for me. Thank you. Keep us alive here so we can see the INT Majin Vegeta do his thing. Thank you again. Attaboy. All right, now we're gonna have another look here at the INT Majin Vegeta. Dude, this team right here now, having these 2 guys linked up together is incredible. This team is probably gonna be so much fun because there is so much you can do with it, right? There's so much you can build around. And we saw the attack stat here drop for Majin Vegeta, and that is because we were in the Goku state, right? Which is going to drop a little bit of those links because he's not going to have a lot of the same links with the Goku that he's going to have with the other Majin Vegeta. So that is another way you can kind of play with it, right? You're probably going to want those 2 linked up together to get the maximum amount of damage, the maximum amount of support, all that good stuff from this guy here. But right now, dude, he's still crushing. He's absolutely crushing it. And this team is just so fun. Like, I don't know what else to say about it, man. It's just an incredibly fun team. This guy makes an excellent addition, whether you're running the extreme class, whether you're running the super class, it doesn't matter. He does so incredibly well. He does so incredibly well, and I absolutely love him on this new LR Majin Vegeta's team. All right, so now we do have the active skill ready for the INT Majin Vegeta. So we are going to take a look at this. We just kind of want to get this in the video. So again, what this is gonna do, right? You have to get hit 6 times or more for him to be able to get this active skill ready. This is gonna make him perform crits within the turn. Greatly raises attack temporarily, cause mega colossal damage to all enemies. So if you were fighting a multiple enemy match, right, you will be able to knock damage down to all of them while critting. And then this is also going to help stun the enemy there for 1 turn while sacrificing 18% HP. Now, unfortunately, this guy can't really be stunned, so it doesn't really help us out there too much, but you know, it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to launch this active skill and take a look, dude. It's beautiful. Let's see it.
I know how to be rid of you now. For good. I'll keep you from coming back this time. I blow you to dust. Farewell, Bulma, Trunks. Even you.
So not a whole lot of damage there off the active, right? Unfortunately, he's not really a stacking character, so he's not going to be able to build up a bunch of damage. But either way, man, that animation is so beautiful. Absolutely love it. It's probably like the best final explosion we have in the game. So I was really hoping maybe the new Majin Vegeta would have an updated final explosion, but honestly, like, I still love this one so much. And with this guy getting his EZA, it'll be around a lot more often once again. So absolutely love it, and I think that's really all we want to see from this INT Majin Vegeta, dude. He is very, very good. All right, guys, so that does it for our look at the EZA INT Majin Vegeta. Again, this character is phenomenal. I absolutely love this guy, especially with the new LR Majin Vegeta. Even without him, I think he'll run extremely well. Just as long as he's getting his key that he needs, I think he's going to do exactly what he needs. you're fighting a Majin Buu Saga category enemy, he's going to do very great. If you have a Trunks on the team, he's going to do very great. So that's another reason why I don't think he needs to have the LR Majin Vegeta. Even if you don't have him, you run him on a team that's got a Trunks, he's going to be very good. And hopefully we get some more relevant Trunkses as we kind of keep going through the year, just to make this guy even better. But until then, like, he's phenomenal. He's absolutely phenomenal, man. I love this character so much. If you guys did stick around in this video, I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of the EZA for the INT Majin Vegeta. Do you like him? Do you hate him? What kind of teams are you guys running him on? And just let me know how you feel about this Saiyan Day celebration as a whole as of right now. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.